is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 5 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Mets. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. Season is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 New York Mets.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. We all know he's just a great baseball player. He's one of the elite players in the game, and it's always a privilege to see him do his thing. Hopefully, he does just that in this one.
Noah Syndergaard has the ball for the 5th game of the series. What's your take on him, H?
Well, Matt, last outing he pitched into the 5th inning, and he just didn't have enough to get past that. Got a no decision. I think if he can give them some length, get to the 6th or maybe the 7th, then he's got a good shot of winning this game today. Well, let's take a look at the Mets defense, brought to you by Majestic. In this day and age with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that stationed, standard baseball.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Really?
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
Ready on 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
I like how he worked him backwards for that strikeout there. He wasn't showing the fastball early in the at-bat, but then went back-to-back once he had the hitter down in the count.
Into the box, Jason Hayward. Squared that one up just a little late. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Coming in is Lagares. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out.
Batting 9th, center fielder, John Jay.
In now is John Jay. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. 3rd inning, no score to this point. And there's ball 2 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And Altuve will put the squeeze on this one, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Home half of the third coming up. No score. So striding in, Yasmani Tomas as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1 and 2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
In now, Juan Lagares. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
You throw a ball down the middle, you better start ducking right when you release it. He took it right back at him. Hit it where it's thrown.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Francisco Lindor. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pause and the 0-2. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Jay. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. His second home run of the series as the Mets are out in front now 2-0.
Well, he got a curveball, and that's the one pitch. If you catch it right, it is tailored to go out of the ballpark. He gets that little loop to you. You take the swing up on it like he did right here, and that ball travels out of the park.
Standing in now, Jose Altuve. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
Hey, that's a good pitch right there. But, you know, as a base stealer, when you're in the box like that, you want to protect your moneymakers, right? You don't want anything around your knees or your feet, so he was fortunate to get out of the way of that one.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Dawson is there, 2 down.
The first baseman, number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
The first baseman, Miguel Cabrera, stands in. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Lester has his target. Needs to hit his spot here on 3 balls and a strike. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Dawson is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
They'll try again, 1-2. And he's able to fight this one off, foul to the right, and the count will hold at 1-2.
One thing you try to do as a hitter is figure out what pattern the pitcher is pitching. I can't cover the whole plate. He's done a masterful job of pounding him on the outside half for strikes, and they haven't figured it out yet.
Now a swing and a ball hit on the ground for the first baseman, Cabrera. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Up next for the Cubs, designated hitter, Jason Hayward.
Here's Jason Hayward now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
Into the box now. John Jay pitches a cold strike. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
Hey, you don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
And a fastball just a bit up. He's set. Here's the 2-2. This is flared out towards second. And that's the first hit in this one for the Cubbies. Oh, and look at the throw from Stanton. He is out at the plate.
Hey, he's trying his hardest to help his guys get back in the game, but this time he had no shot. Applaud the hustle, but the decision was a costly one.
Stepping in now, Andre Dawson. A shot down the first baseline. And no shot there for Cabrera. It's a fair ball. Jay rounds third and is digging for the plate. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail it here 2-0. So here's Francisco Lindor now. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Payoff pitch coming from Lester. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, digging for 2. And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double.
That was a pretty good fastball, and it almost got by him, but he's able to slap into the gap in the right center field. Because of the velocity off the bat, the outfielders couldn't cut it off in time and allowed him to cruise into second really easy.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And I believe that's going to be all for John Lester. He'll wind up lasting just 5 innings here. Didn't pitch all that poorly, yet he's gone nonetheless. Carl Edwards Jr. enters the ballgame to replace the starter, and some may feel he was pulled a bit prematurely.
Yeah, and I'm sure the lefty wants to stay out there too. But this is one of those situations where the manager felt it was time to start playing the matchup game. With the right-handed batter up next, they're hoping this right-handed pitcher gives them a better chance to get an out.
Jose Altuve will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be doing so with a runner in scoring position and still nobody out. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Softly to the right side. Should get the runner to third. A scoop with the bare hand. How about that? Now that's a gold glove caliber play there.
Barehanded grabs might be one of the best looking plays in baseball. It not only takes tremendous body control and focus, but the fielder also needs to have a quick and accurate release to make an out. A highlight reel play there for sure.
Standing in now, Miguel Cabrera. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
Boy, that's a tempting pitch right there. You got that runner on third base. You're looking for something to drive. You want the ball up. But it was a good layoff. Not the pitch you definitely wanted to hit, but it was tempting, no doubt.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Now Cabrera awaits the 2-2. Now a curveball ripped down the left field line. That's a fair ball. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Boy, that's a big RBI single right there. As well as their pitcher is throwing right now, 3-0 might be all he needs to bring it home.
Into the box, Giancarlo Stanton. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Into the box now, Yoenis Cespedes. But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. We're on to the 7th inning now in the deciding Game 5. It's the Mets 3 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. It's on to the 7th now in game number 5. But before the inning gets underway, let's fill you in on what's happened with our game summary. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for him.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Cespedes is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
Up next for the Cubs, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Here's Chris Bryant now. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Well, this offense finds themselves struggling right now, and they're down a few runs. They got to try to manufacture, get somebody on, maybe hit and run, and then you look for the big ball. Looks like right now everybody's swinging for the downs. They got to turn it around a little bit, play a little small ball, get it going.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. One out, nobody on. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Back goes Lagares. Gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center. His second home run of the series. And the Cubs are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Well, now here comes the Mets manager, Terry Collins, on his way to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So he receives a nice ovation from this home crowd, departing after surrendering just one earned run. Carlos Torres comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the seventh.
Number 59, Carlos Torres.
In now, Ernie Banks. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
Well, both starters are out of the game, but you know, it's so different today. Now you almost want to get to the bullpen before you extend that starter. At least that's how it seems most managers play it these days.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
Outside in a full count, 3-2. Skied into very shallow right. Stanton has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Striding in once again, Kyle Schwarber. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far, and it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Mets 3 and the Cubs 1. Now, beautiful look there outside the home of the Mets here in Flushing as we welcome you back for the ninth. Alex Colomé comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Alex.
The 1-1 pitch. drilled right back up the middle. And that's going to be a base hit for Rizzo. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
That line drive base hit, now it brings the tying run to the plate. You know, Matt, they was talking about a bloop and a blast. Maybe it is a rope and some hope. We'll see how the ninth inning plays out.
Into the box, Chris Bryant. 1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And there's a base hit as well, as that's into center field. 2 straight hits to kick off the ninth.
Oh, the old CNI base hit. The changeup's down. The batter goes down to get it and still finds a hole to put it through. Good pitch, better hitting.
In now, Ernie Banks. Cutter, and that's a called strike 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
Boy, that fastball in right there really makes him conscious of the inside pitch and starts cheating. Now you're set up to throw something away if you elect to do that.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? On to first to complete the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Ready for another chance? Kyle Schwarber. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. And this will be a called strike 2. In trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
He's putting on a little bit of a pitching clinic now. Look, he gives up a single and a single. Then he got the double play ball. And now he's got 2 strikes. If he can wiggle out of this, leaving a man stranded on base, that's a really good inning.
Now the 1-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. A sold-out crowd of 41,800 get to their feet now in Flushing. Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball.
Oh, that was a pretty good pitch right there. A little bit late. That's why he wasn't able to catch it. Right there in his wheelhouse.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. Hit to first. And the Mets have taken their first step. They're headed to the NL Championship Series.
Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've leaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
So we witnessed a close one here, but this man was a big factor in the outcome, so we're inclined to pencil him in as the top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't get the toughest one of them all, a triple, but it was still an outstanding showing with the bat.
Dan Plesac and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the NL Division Series.
Final line score.